nigga. Income tax season been gone. Nigga, you been blowed through that money.
Bitch, what, bro? Come on, you already know your mom only gave me half, bro.
Man,
you know I've been, you
money,
goddamn right, bro. That
why
was
your old lady. That's why your old lady about to leave you, nigga. You had muted that mic, nigga. Thought you did.
Bro.
She said, you know, I've been hanging out with the boss man here lately. He treats me right. IBN treats me right. He treats me how a lady should be treated. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you always on the game and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Why you on the game, nigga? I'm in the back, nigga.
One thing I've learned. Unless she is 16 and under, bro, you don't want no part of her, R. Kelly. So I already know you don't want no grown ass woman, bro. you want a little ass kid, somebody you can take advantage of, make you feel like you a man. You fucking punk ass bitch.
Hey, look, man, you a friend from the rock, man. Y'all be putting them bad rumors on me, man. Y'all didn't even quit lying on me, man.
Nigga up there, every time we see a picture in Atlanta about a fucking teen runaway, know they at IBN house, laid up. You said I gotta go back home? I being like, girl, you know the price to stay here, girl. Drop them draws and show me what you got. But I'm not ready, IBN. Hey, you know all about me, girl. You either get her ass up and take your ass back home.
Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there. Flush it. This one caught by Ridley. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a damn shame. You only got one person in your division, bro, and you still can't win the division, bro. You trash as fuck.
First half. We're back to New Orleans.
I'm there. My bad. You have it. You need it more than me. I'm gonna go.
Hey man, where the fuck Chris ass at, bro?
You get out early.
Boy, I tell you, boy, Jasmine putting that ass on lockdown, boy. Shit, showing that nigga, bro. This is what your life is gonna be like, nigga.
That nigga a family man.
Man, I don't know how your family man is. That man his kid. My brother kid. So he taking care of somebody else's kids.
Come on.
Nah, bitch. Oh, yeah, I'm at home now, nigga. I'm at home now, nigga. Yeah, just like I thought, nigga. You ain't want no smoke. Yeah, nigga, you don't want no smoke. Nigga, I'm just sitting at the house, nigga. You ain't got no light on me. I don't do shit, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, nigga, I'm at home now, nigga.
I mean, you look, even though we like half a mile in front of you.
Yeah, you can, but I know I can't.
You're on your own, brother.
You on the other side. You want to swim over there? You want to take the bridge, or you want to go to the left?
We can leave her this car.
Want to leave with her? Yeah. I'm good on health, and I got Outlander, so.
Alright.
Leave her bum out.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. So a field goal try here on fourth down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. This one from 48 yards away. And
And Bryant's kick is good.
I got out one.
Right up and gave him exactly what they needed.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Left.
Play fake. Rivers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
3 down. Okay.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in. And then
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Here we go. Brand 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Brissett now on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
That is caught at the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They go with a fullback line, running right through it, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
First down, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take it, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out right at the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And this is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing, Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. To throw is Rivers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. The Saints on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
The This is Zach Line, the fullback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Rivers now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Here's Rivers. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Ohio!
Here's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Brissett now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Saints on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Rivers. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd down, Brissett again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Cluster, cluster, cluster. Got three. Three down. Buffalo wall.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
We got three. Come on. No shit. Load it. Behind.
Throwing again. Rivers. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash. And this one just a chippy. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Falcons now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Rivers here to throw. Pass incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. 3rd and long for Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Cyrus Jones picks him. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd down, Brissett. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Alex Okafor in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Smith catches left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that.